So I've been following this blog called New Gadgets for 2011, and this post came up, new Wi-Fi enabled refrigerator. I was really curious about this, so I looked into it more, and basically how it works is you've got a touchscreen built into the fridge right above the ice dispenser. And this touchscreen does anything and everything that your regular computer does. It has a few little extras included. You can do fridge notes, grocery lists, you can update your Twitter, anything you want, anything you can imagine. So I was really excited, so I went hunting in Victoria for this fridge so I could see it for myself and maybe play around with it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be coming to Canada until late May, but during the hunt, I actually did find something that's even cooler. I came across the One Touch House, located on Douglas across from Uptown Center, and they're actually a distributor of an automated system that controls your entire home. It can control your lights, it can control any electronic heaters, anything you want, and it's pretty amazing. So I decided to go ahead and take a tour of the One Touch home and went through the demo space with Kevin Lintern. And luckily for you, I brought a portable recorder. So
we're going to walk through the showroom as if the client's coming home to their house. And so they're coming home to a house where the lights are all off and the security's armed and the heat's maybe a little bit low. And so they just come home from work or whatever, and they're going to step into their house. The house is basically off, lights are off, it's cold. The customer comes home, and essentially they walk up to their automated door lock on the front of their house, and they press their specific code. The second the system gets this notification that someone's unlocked the door, the alarm will disarm. The lights will come on in the foyer and maybe the halls, and you can see the lights come on down the hall into the kitchen. And you have a nice soft lighting as you walk into the house, so you're not fumbling around if you got your hands full of boxes or groceries or whatever. The thermostat will rise a couple degrees, and it may launch simultaneously some music or something like that. So you come into a nice, welcoming house, essentially. The other thing that the locks do is when somebody does punch in a code, if your kids have a different code than you, what can happen is your kids come home from school, they punch in their code, it'll automatically send a text to your phone at work and let you know that your kids have just arrived home from school, so that you don't have to worry about where they are.
Well, that's not very good for the kids.
No, it's not good for the kids. Great for the parents, though.
So I'm not even in the front door, and the lights have come on, the heaters are activated, and my favorite music is playing to welcome me. And that's just one of the many possible settings. I love to spend time in the kitchen baking and cooking meals, so Kevin showed me a kitchen setting that would be perfect for me.
So on our way to the kitchen, maybe you hit a button on the way to the kitchen on the wall, like a keypad that says food. Or food channel or something. So essentially what it does is it changes the lighting in the kitchen, it increases the lighting a little bit, and it's basically changed maybe your pendant lighting, your under counter lighting, your pots, everything's sort of set to a preset level that you like when you're in the kitchen cooking or entertaining or what have you.
And the Food Network just came on.
Yeah, and the TV just automatically switches to the Food Network because you need that in the kitchen for sure, so you can see what you're doing wrong.
So far, the demo was exceeding my expectations, and it seems so easy when Kevin's controlling the system. I started to wonder, how does it work? What do I need to be able to do to control this system?
Most home automation systems work through remote controls or on-screen menus or iPads, iPhones, panels. Pretty much anything that you can, bring a screen up on can control a house nowadays. So we're looking at an iPad right here, basically an Apple iPad, which has an app on it, and it talks to our control system. And through here, we can control security. We can launch movies that are stored on our computers. We can listen to our music libraries. We can control lighting throughout the entire house. We can open the garage door from the kitchen. We can open and close blinds on the third floor, even though you may be on the main floor.
Kevin's business partner Martin Engelbrett, Installations and Technologies Manager, was also present at the demo. I couldn't agree more with Martin when he explained one of the most attractive qualities the system had to offer.
You use it every day. I love the music part of it. I mean, a lot of media is moving towards internet-based stuff. Netflix, Rhapsody, which is a music service, is streaming audio and video. You can just access any amount of content from the touchscreen, and whatever you happen to be thinking about you want to listen to, you just within 10 seconds you can be listening to it. So you don't have to go digging through CD drawers thinking, geez, what do I want to listen to? it'll either do predefined playlists or random playlists, and it's just really great to be, sitting in your easy chair with an iPad, listening to your music library. It's about lifestyle.
From the sounds of it, the One Touch House system would make life so much easier, especially after a long day at work when all you want to do is relax. The only concern I had at this point was, if you can control every electronic in your home while never leaving your favorite chair, where do you draw the line between luxury and lazy? Kevin assured me the system is not about being lazy.
Most people don't use an automation system because they're lazy. They kind of like them. Most people like the house coming up in preset modes. Like, a lot of people just love the fact that when they come home and they hit welcome home, it sets all the lights at preset levels. The lamps are dim, the pots are maybe a little bit brighter, the temperature's risen automatically, and it just sets for nice comfort.
The home automated system is more than just a convenience. It will actually help you save money on your hydro bill while reducing your carbon footprint. The system can include sensors that will adjust heating and lighting to lower levels when rooms are temporarily empty. In fact, by dimming your lights by just 10%, you can reduce your carbon footprint by 850 pounds of CO2 emissions per year. More technology is currently being developed to help increase this number.
Well, one thing that's interesting about what they're doing down in the States and is coming to Canada is they're implementing these smart meters on your houses. So they'll be monitoring the gas use, the water use, the electrical use, and the systems of the house will now be able to communicate with these meters. So what will happen is you can actually set your house into a bunch of different preset profiles. So you could have your house in a low energy use profile, or you could have it in maybe a normal use energy profile. And it could be based on whether or not you're in a time that the electrical costs are higher. Like in the States, you'll pay more for electricity in peak periods. So what happens is you can set your house up in two different profiles. When it goes into low energy use, your home automation system automatically will say, the lights can't go over 70%, the air conditioner goes off. It can talk to the TV, so the TVs will actually dim themselves automatically. And that'll also tie into your fridges that you were talking about. It'll just automatically send a command to the fridge to say, between 6 and 7 when we're in energy conservation use, I don't necessarily need you to keep the fridge at 36 degrees. Maybe we'll let it go to 37.
So whether your house is new or old, you can now have the convenience of a one-touch home, and it can all be controlled simply by using your Wi-Fi enabled mobile device or any other device with a screen. And it's not even that expensive. Installations, including some electronics, run from a couple of $1,000 for a basic lighting system up to $50,000 for the entire package, including lights, TVs, touchscreens, and more. I know I'll be saving up for the full package. If you want to sign up for a demo, go to theonetouchhouse.com. For The Friday Show, I'm Charlene Nesbitt.